Lisa here, aka Crafting Diva. Hope you're all doing well, and thank you so much for joining me on my YouTube channel today. For today's video I thought I'd show you something a little bit different, and as some of you are aware, if you're an existing subscriber, I'm trying to redo my YouTube channel, and I thought the best place to start would be to give you a little tour of my craft studio. If you're new to my channel, a big hello, I'm Lisa, aka Crafting Diva, and like I say, if you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for sticking with my channel, and I hope you're really going to enjoy watching this video. Like I say, this is going to be a little craft studio tour for you, just to give you some inspiration of how to store some of your craft products. I have got quite a large stash, and this has been brought over many years. It's not been a one-off purchase, and I've been super lucky, and I've worked with craft magazines and lots of different craft brands out there on their design team. So as you can see, I've built up quite a stash of card making and all sorts of products that I love to use. So I thought this would be a good place to start to show you my craft studio on how I like to store and craft. And I really hope you enjoy this video, because it's the sort of video I enjoy watching and I get lots of inspiration from. So I try to keep the camera as still as I can for you. If there's anything you spot and you like more information on, please feel free to leave a comment in the comments box, and I'll try to answer it or share you a link of where I got the item from as best as I can. This isn't going to be a hugely detailed craft tour, just to give you an idea of what sort of products I have and how I store them. And yeah, I really hope you enjoy this video. So to start with, I'll give you a little pan round of my room. It's not the biggest room in the world, but it works perfectly for me, and I find that if I have the items really nicely organized, it really does help and make the space feel a lot bigger, and it's so much easier to find things when I actually want to get on and do some crafting. As you can see, over this side is my desk area. Got a lovely large desk that I love to work on. It's perfect for when I'm doing my scan and cutting or any sort of crafting. I sit this side. As you can see, I've got quite a nice desk area, and then I've got shelves above which hold my wooden stamps and things like that, but we'll go more into that side in a moment. So to start with, I thought we'd start over this side of my room. And this is not a perfect craft room, it's all items that I've brought as I've built up my stash, and obviously as I've got good bargains for items of storage, I buy them like that. It's not been done all in one go, it's been built up over the years, like I said. So first of all, in this corner I've got one of the Hobbycraft movable trolleys. Everyone's been buying these lately. You cannot go wrong with one of these trolleys. They hold so much product. As you can see, I've got paints, ribbons, all embellishments in the top, and I've brought this extra top for my trolley, so it gives me another extra space. These are so perfect. You can just grab hold of them and move them in your craft room to over your desk area or wherever you like. Just makes it so much easier, gives you extra space. And if you'd like a little mini tour of what I store in my trolley, please let me know, and I can film that for you to give you an idea of how I store items on it. And then behind the trolley I've got this cube black unit. This was bought from BM. I think it wasn't very expensive, maybe about £20, but again it's perfect, it holds so much product. In the very top of it I like to store my work suitcases. I've got this pound shop basket here that just holds pieces of card that I've cut up, so if I need to do a card quickly or a project, I've got some nice pattern papers cut up to size. Got my little upcycled pin storage tin I made. That was just a tin. I've covered it in papers, fabrics, and made like a pin cushion to the top. I've got my lovely lamp, and then in front I've got these 3 pots. Again, these were upcycled. They were actually custard pots. I've covered them in fabric and used my brother's scan and cut some flowers and put those onto the front, and they're just perfect for holding my Sakura pens, my pearl trim, and my resin flowers. And like I say, behind these are the work suitcases. A lot of people are aware of these, super good price and so handy for storage. In the top suitcase I like to store all my pom-pom trim. And then the next case, I like to have my black and white and cream trim and lace. See, this makes it so much easier when I just need a piece of black or a piece of white. I go straight to that suitcase and I know where it is. And then in the large one, this holds all my mixed trim, my multicoloured trim, and just large pieces that just handy when you're looking for that extra large chunkier embellishment of ribbon or trim. So they just snap there, perfect, don't take up too much room but hold so much product. Like I say, this is a cube unit, and in the top of the cube I like to keep some of the projects I've made over the time. These are all mini albums, gift boxes, and I just like to have them on display for inspiration, or if I'm looking for a gift box or something for a gift, I go straight there and have a look what I've already made. In the next section, I've got my gorgeous box that is just full of gorgeous papers and little embellishments because I'm a huge Gorgeous Girl fan. In this cube here, this is all pre-cut A5 cardstock in rainbow colours, so it's easy for me to grab a piece of plain cardstock when I want to do some matte layering or anything like that, or I need a piece of card for my die cutting. At the side here, this is all 8x8 trim craft decoupage pads and paper pads, and then I've got the coordinating 6x6 pads there, so they just all live there nice tucked in. And at the bottom of the thing, the cube unit, I've got these pound shop little boxes. They just fit in there perfect, and in this one is more projects I've made, and this one holds all my magazines that I have been printed in, so that's just lovely and neat, compact, and just fits in there lovely. So as we come along from there, I've got these two units here. These were again not expensive to buy. The big one I was really lucky and found at a local boot fair. I think I paid like £8 for that. Holds so much stuff. I'll show you a few of the drawers in that in one moment. And the 12x12 one, I think I bought from eBay. I've had that quite a long time, so I can't quite remember what I paid for it, but again, that's so handy for my 12x12 paper pads and paper sets, so that's handy. Along the top, I've got this little worktop, so it gives me this lovely little space between here where I like to store things that are large and need to keep flat, so i.e. my scan and cut mats, and I've got some vinyl here. And then this side is a 12x12 tin that I like to keep my Christmas paper pads in. So like I say, the drawers so handy, hold so much. I like to label them so I know what's in them. So like the first drawer's got all my first edition paper pads in, 8x8 and 6x6. Next drawer, this is trim craft and do craft, so this is all stamps and embellishments, beach life items, pinwheels at the back, so that's do craft and trim craft. As we come down, I've got a fabric drawer, so that's just all fabric and felt. This one is die cuts with review pads. I've got all different little mini die cuts with review pads. And the bottom drawer is hunky dory. This side holds all my good cards, so like my stamping card, my coloured cards, special cards, so that would be like vellums, pearlescent glitter card. This drawer here is watercolour card and mirror card, some spare card. I've got my vinyl sheets, and this drawer is all Angela Paul design team items, and I've got an empty drawer at the bottom. As we come over here, like I say, this is my 12x12 drawer, and this mainly holds all my 12x12 paper pads. These are ones from the works that are like £3 each. As you can see, I've got quite a collection of those. I really like those pads because they work great on my scan and cut. Got a fancy pants drawer, again first edition drawer. These are paper kits, so you buy the little kits from like the works and the range, so they go in there. I've got a drawer that is just wood grains. I love to use wood grain, so I like to have a drawer just for anything to do with wood grain. So I've got embossing folders, washi tape, papers. And then as we come down, I've got quite a few die cuts with review drawers and a Grace Taylor, and again an empty drawer at the bottom. As we come up, like I say, I've got this little worktop area here that goes right round. This is perfect for more storage, and on top I've got these two Clever Cuts MDF units. They come plain, you put them together and decorate them how you like. So I've done it so they kind of match in with my works suitcases, and these are perfect for storing all my embossing folders. So I've got my 6x6, 5x7, 6x6 like I say, and 8x8. Got some border ones, and in the little drawer this is perfect for holding more of my border ones, my cut and dry foam, and some little pieces that I've already embossed. The little one is ideal for my 6x6 papers. These are ones I'm trying to use up, so they're in there, and the little drawer itself is empty. As we come along under the shelf, I've got these jars here. These hold my button and my mixed coloured lace, and the two jars here, one is a coffee jar and one was a candle. So always have the idea of looking at your jars and your tins that your products are already in, and see if you could wash them up and reuse them. I use my scan and cut to do a little label for that one which says twine. The little mini buttons are in pound shop tubs. These were free for £1 and they're just ideal for storing my little buttons. I've got this little serving dish tray here. This was brought from the range for a couple of £1 and it's just excellent for holding my little bows and mini flowers. As we come underneath, there's a little Christmas project I've made, my little radio, and I've got this little heart dish that's perfect for holding my Cosmic Shimmer opal polishes. So I think that might have been from the pound shop. And as we come up, we've got these built-in cupboards. I got these really cheap when Wicks were doing a clearance in the summer. I paid like £25 a cupboard and they are just perfect. They hold so much stuff. I won't give you too much of a look into them, but as you can see, I've got these wooden crates at the top. Again, I've done my vinyl labels on them. That's all mixed media items, so MDF and little lights and all things like that for mixed media. I've got some handmade cards there all ready to go. Down here I've got a little tray that's got all little birdie flowers, some little plastic containers for when I'm doing my watercolouring, and then I've got these two cardboard boxes. As you can see, it says mixed media and templates, so that's all sort of things for that sort of mixed media type projects. We go into this little cupboard here, and this holds my Xyron machines and my trimmer channels, and then here I've got all envelopes and card blanks and envelopes bags, my plates for Gemini. I've got a Sizzix alphabet die, and then some more cards and envelopes. Again, this was just a cardboard box that had something in it, drinks or something like that, and again I've just upcycled it with a bit of pom-pom trim and a bit of nice paper. So that's that cupboard there. The little cupboard down here, this is kind of a bit like my junk cupboard, but it's so handy. You've got to keep all this bit. So at the bottom is all my packaging for doing orders, posting out items. I've got bubble wrap, padded envelopes, all sorts of things like that. Top shelf again is all sort of packaging from products, i.e. dyes and things like that. And then I've got another MDF little unit there that's just got all different packaging and things like that inside. As we come around, we've got this very large cupboard here. Underneath I've got some pan shop baskets that I like to keep my scrap papers in. So there's coloured, craft card and black and white cards. So if I need a little piece, I go straight to that. And in this large cupboard, this is how I like to store my stamps. So I've got, again, pound shop black baskets, and my stamps are in there in sort of some sort of order. We've got Gorgeous Girls, Penny Blacks, we've got American brands like Stampenders Just Right, things like that. We've got Hunky Dory, we've got Woodware, Lily of the Valley, all different brands, but I like to store them in the little baskets. Down below we've got two IKEA MDF units, and again I've just upcycled them, added paper to them and little labels. And as you can see, this one is all my adhesives, so double-sided tape, red liner tape, etc. I've got a couple of little boxes on top with stamps and Halloween products. This side is some Heartfelt Creations and Woodware dies, bit extra glue, and then I've got this lovely little pouch here that had pens and pencils in, and I use that for storing all my stencils in, so that's ideal, keeps them nice and flat and tidy. Then again, I've got an IKEA unit, upcycled it. This is all full of stamps, all different ones, and I like to do some categories. So I've got a baby category and a wedding, non-branded stamps. And above I've got this little tray here that again I upcycled, and this just holds little stamped images, little tags and pockets, doilies and tags, so just handy to grab and put onto my desk when I'm looking for an embellishment or an extra stamped image. Up the side I've got lots of free stamps from magazines, so that's that cupboard here. As we come up again, I've got another large set of cupboards, and to be honest, this is quite empty. I've made a little photo studio there with some vinyl just for when I'm doing my photography. I put my items in there and it's perfect for a backdrop. Up the top I've got some little larger boxes that I've made, some nice gift boxes. This cupboard is empty, so I've got room to grow. And as we come round, let's just move my trolley, I've got this large 12 by 12 paper stacking trays. These are perfect bargain of the century. I got from Facebook Marketplace. Some lady was selling them and I brought them for her. Really handy for all my coloured card. I like to try and keep it in rainbow so it's easy to find. And I've also got all my paper collections here that are all in the little 12 by 12 clear packages, so it's all together nice and easy to find. So I've got simple stories, doodle bugs, all different ones, Echo Park there, and they're just so handy to pull out. It's all together when I want to do a kit project. And then this one is just a couple of the littler pads, and all my element stickers go in there. And then as we come up, I've got some American Crafts card, some of these larger pads from Crafter's Companion. Then I've got this little one here that holds my Tim Holtz stamping platform, and above I've got my large 12 by 12 scoring board, so that sits there. Then I've got this what they would call it is a nail polish holder, but it's ideal for crafting. As you can see, the top two rows holds loads of my washi. Then I've got some pixie powders, some sprays, got my tonic products, my texture paste and things like that. Little shelf of Martha Stewart punches and some extra punches. Holds my kitchen towel perfectly. As we come over here, I've got this little unit here. This was from Argos. I think I've had it years, but again it holds so much stuff, so handy. I've got all sorts of things at the bottom, little storage boxes. This box here I made and holding all my foil for my foiling for my scan and cut. Got little upcycle boxes and projects I've made. I've got this little unit here that I've sort of upcycled. It was a wash bag, but it's just perfect for holding all my tools and USBs for my scan and cut. As you can see, I've got a little pot of pens, some gems, all sorts of things to store on there, and it's ideal. Got my little chalkboard here that I put my dates on so I know when my deadlines are for my commissions. I've got this little house unit here. Again, I can't quite remember where I brought this from, but it's so handy for spare pens. Got extra twine and elastic in this one. This one is empty. This one holds some of my Copic refills. Got some colour cloud there, little L that I did myself, an MDF and just covered in buttons and glitter. Got my sequins and some extra twine and some EK Success punches there. At the top I've got some wooden stamps on a shelf that I couldn't bear to part with, lots of penny blacks, some Forever Friends ones, just really like them. Next shelf is just some projects I've made, some little buttons, and on my actual desk I've got a trimmer, my cattle bag. I've got this little MDF box here that I upcycled, and this just holds little pouches that hold my dies in that I use all the time, so like my circles and and ovals, etc., all shapes like that I grab for every time I craft. As you can see, I've got my scan and cut on my desk, so I can use that. And then as we come around, I've got these units here. These are MDF units from Crafty Devils. Again, they come plain. You can paint them, do whatever you like with them to make them coordinate in your room. So again, I've used paints and papers. These hold my ink pads, embossing powders. Then this one is all dyes. You can add magnetic sheets to it, so this holds some of my smaller dies like my flowers, and I've tried to keep them in some sort of theme with little labels so it makes it easier. Bottom drawer is my little cube ink pads, and this one is just spare dies and a punch. These are my John Next Door pastels. They are lovely to use. Over this side I've got these little cube units. In there I've got some of my Sizzix big dies and my little Sizzix Finlet dies in the little pouches. This one I've got my Crafter's Companion watercolour pens and my Tim Holtz pens there. That storage unit there with the pens there, my Copic pens and the units from Crafter's Companion. Got my must use ink pads and blocks on the top, and at the side my little embellishment tools. Oh, and I've got to say my embellishment brushes I keep in a little glass drawer there, so they're easy to grab. Over this side I've got another little working area. I've got my trimmer, I've got this Cosmic Cricket little spinning unit, holds so much, my scissors, paints, trimmer blades, all sorts in there, just so perfect. Got another little unit there just to hold some little corner punches, and under my desk I've got another one of the little drawers that just holds all its little bits and pieces, things I've made, little toppers for cards. And over this side I've got some silver little drawers here, and that holds some of my magazines, my distress mini inks, so I've got all those in there, my oxides and a few distress inks and some other stamps and ink pads in there. And on the side of my desk I did this little extra door to it so that I could put a large magnetic sheet on it, so it would make it ideal for storing my larger dice. So as you can see, I've got lots of Spellbinders and Sue Wilson ones on there. And then the little door can open up, and as you can see, you've got extra space this side for even more, and it's just perfect for those really large dies that we were buying when they were very popular. So that just folds back, and I've got a little catch here that you just hook it on, and it just holds it nice and flat. Then it's just perfect to hand when I want my larger dies. So that's a little tour of my craft studio. I really hope you enjoyed it. Hope it wasn't too long for you, and I've shown you best I can most of the storage I like to use. If there's anything you'd like to know about, any tips you've got for me on storing items, please feel free to leave a comment in the comments box below. I'd love to read them. And yeah, really hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.